Welcome to our in-depth exploration of the top GDPs of countries from 1960 to 2024. This video will take you through the dynamic shifts in the global economic landscape over more than 6 decades. Let's dive in. The 1960s marked a period of recovery and growth following World War II. The United States led the world with the highest GDP, driven by industrial growth and consumer spending. During this period, the GDP of the United States grew from approximately $543 billion in 1960 to over $1 trillion by the end of the decade. Western Europe also experienced significant economic development, thanks in part to the Marshall Plan. Germany and France rebuilt their economies and established themselves as key players on the global stage. Meanwhile, Japan emerged as an economic powerhouse, with its GDP surging from $44 billion in 1960 to $112 billion by 1969. The 1970s saw continued growth but also economic challenges such as the oil crisis of 1973, which led to a global recession. Despite these challenges, the United States maintained its economic dominance, and Japan continued its rapid growth, becoming the world's second largest economy by the end of the decade. Japan's GDP grew from $212 billion in 1970 to $1.065 trillion in 1980. The 1980s marked the rise of new economic players. China began its market reforms under Deng Xiaoping, transitioning from a closed, planned economy to a more open, market-oriented one. This shift laid the foundation for China's explosive growth in the following decades. By the end of the 1980s, China's GDP had grown from $306 billion in 1980 to $547 billion in 1989. The United States saw its GDP grow from $2.86 trillion to $5.46 trillion. Additionally, the four Asian tigers, Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, and Taiwan, experienced rapid industrialization and high growth rates, establishing themselves as significant players in the global economy. The 1990s were characterized by globalization and technological advancements. The United States saw significant growth, driven by the tech boom and increased productivity. By the end of the decade, the U.S. GDP had reached $9.9 trillion. China continued its rapid growth, with its GDP increasing from $390 billion in 1990 to $1.21 trillion by 2000. The European Union was formally established, leading to greater economic integration and growth among its member states. The turn of the millennium brought the digital revolution and accelerated globalization. The internet transformed economies, leading to new industries and unprecedented economic growth. India emerged as a significant player in the global economy, particularly in the tech and service sectors. From 2000 to 2010, India's GDP grew from $476 billion to over $1.7 trillion. Reflecting its rapid development. Meanwhile, China's GDP skyrocketed from $1.2 trillion to $6.1 trillion, solidifying its position as a global economic giant. The European Union also saw significant growth, with countries like Germany and the United Kingdom playing pivotal roles. The U.S. maintained its economic dominance, driven by technological advancements and innovation. As we move into the 2020s, the global economy faces new challenges and opportunities. The COVID-19 pandemic tested the resilience of economies worldwide. Despite the initial setbacks, many countries have shown remarkable recovery, driven by innovation and adaptability. The pandemic accelerated digital transformation and highlighted the importance of healthcare and technology sectors. By 2024, the United States maintains its position with a GDP of over $25 trillion. China continues its rapid growth, reaching a GDP of nearly $18 trillion. Other countries, like India and emerging economies in Africa, are also on the rise, contributing to a more diversified global economic landscape. Africa, with its young population and rich resources, is poised to become a significant economic player in the coming decades. The journey of global GDP from 1960 to 2024 is a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the ever-evolving nature of the world economy. As we look to the future, the lessons of the past and the innovations of the present will continue to shape our economic landscape. The integration of sustainability and technology will be key drivers of future growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the economic history of the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time.